Okay. Now, my next piece, I'd like to tell you about a dream I had. Really a vision, not more than a dream. In order to understand the dream, I have to tell you something about myself personally. And that is that I am married to an African-American woman. And we married a long time, get children growing up, grandchildren and everything. We married so long that when we first got married, I didn't even know she was an African-American woman. I thought she was colored. How would I know? All right. Thank you. But anyway, we get along pretty good, as, for people who are married. And she has one really annoying habit. She has a few annoying habits, but the one that stands out, right, is that she keeps saying that black people, African people, invented everything, and that white people stole it from them, right? Now, like everything. I mean, she just won't let up. Like you hear any music you hear on the radio or television, black man wrote that music, white person stole it, made millions of dollars out of it. The traffic light, black man invented the traffic light. White man stole it. And cotton gin, black man invented it, white man stole it. All right. Now, I am the first to admit that white people have been robbing black people blind for centuries. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if the white people just kind of had to pay back the black people all the money they stole from them, I mean, it was, well, who? Everybody would be rich. That's why white people always change the subject when you bring up the thing about paying back money. Yeah. But anyway, all right, that's one thing. But to say that white people never invented anything is ridiculous, right? I mean, we invented oppression, if nothing else, right? So, but anyway, so I was going to sleep, trying to go to sleep one night, and I kept, for some reason, she was going on and on about how a black person invented the igloo and the dog sled. Igloo and the dog. Now, a black person didn't invent it. I mean, I'm not saying a white person did, but a black person did. Right? So it was like annoying, right? So finally I said to her, listen, if black people are so friggin' smart, why don't they run the world? I didn't say it out loud. But I went to sleep. And that's when I had the dream. That's when I had the vision. I was wafted out of my bed over to the river, the Nile River in Egypt, and put down on the banks outside the ancient city of Thebes, which, historians tell us, is built upon the most ancient city in all the world, Wose, the African city of Wose. It's the first city ever built on this earth. I'm standing out in this big field, right? Thousands of people there. And I look right over here, and Bill Clinton is standing right next to me. Oh, shit. Next to him is Mitterrand, and Kohl, and Schmuck from Britain, whatever he is. And all the leaders of Europe are there. Like, oh. And they're all looking up like this. So I look up, and boom. It's just like the picture, Close Encounters of... Just like this enormous spaceship is making a descent. There was lights all along. The thing is huge. I mean, it looks like Manhattan coming in for a landing, right? And so it lands, and boom, down comes the thing, and these 5 little guys come out, just like in all the drawings. They have these big long heads with these little eyes, And they walk up to Clinton, and I can't do Clinton, but anyway, Clinton starts, saying, we welcome you to planet Earth, and the nations of the United Nations, blah blah, these bullshit. They're all looking at him, and they just turn and start walking down a line of people and leave Clinton there, just talking, Woo, huh? So I'm being wafted along in the dream beside them, and they stop in front of me. Who do they stop in front of? Dick Gregory. What's he doing there? I don't know, but it was a dream, right? Okay. So they look at Dick Gregory, and the first little guy grabs his head. It's like he's pulling his head off. He goes, it's not a head. He has a space helmet on. And underneath, he is an African, a black African. I mean, unmistakable. A little dinky one, but a black, just couldn't look like Reddy Bow playing E.T., He had a little cornrowed hair. And the other people take theirs off, and they were all little Africans, And a couple of them looked like women, but you couldn't quite tell because, there was a very android look about them, One of them had Jerry curls, It was like... The first little guy, he looks at Dick Gregory, and he puts his little hand out, and he says, "My brother." Gregory goes, "Brother," and takes his hand, and they do one of those big African handshakes, And it goes on, and they all start doing it, and it goes on for 30 seconds, right? Then when they finish, the first little guy looks back towards Clinton and he goes, There do be many mutations since we left, brother. McGregor says, since you left? Yes. We left this very spot 6 hours your time to return to our native star, Sirius. And we said we would be back in 2,000 years your time. Howsoever, we had a few affairs to attend to along the edge of the galaxy, so we be's a little late. At this point, my wife comes into the dream. Right? Now, my wife is really a very jolly up person, right? She rarely gets angry, but when she gets angry, it's not a pleasant, it's not a woo, it's not a pleasant sight, And I used to get the kids in the island and run, right? I can see she's in a rage, like her eyes are like this, breathing like that, and the cords are sticking out in her neck, and drool's coming out of her mouth, her nose is running out, and she's looking at this little African cosmonaut, right? And she's going, and she says, you be's a little late. She says, you call 4,000 years a little late, nigger. And in the dream, oh dear, wait a minute, I'm trying to get her attention. Say, Lambie, don't talk to this guy that way. Don't. But you know how we are in a dream, no one listens to you, right? But I'm terrified, right? The little people, they look at her, they look at each other, and then their heads start going up and down like this. And they start saying, that's right, yeah, be late, that's right. And she said, it drove her crazy, right? She said, you know what's been going on now? These white people have been all over us. They're crazy, they're animals, they're like kill, rob, steal. All I keep saying is winning is everything, winning is everything. They drove us out of our civilization. They drove us into the jungle. They put us in chains. They made us work for centuries. They never paid us a dime. They still don't want to pay us a dime. And all this time, you've got this ship, and you're partying on the edge of the galaxy. No, I thought, oh, hell's going to break loose, right? But Clinton comes up at that moment and said, excuse me, but we like to welcome you to planet Earth, And he starts, and the little guy said, please, excuse me, we will get to you every in due time. No, but you must be patient. Now, you stand over there, please, and be patient. And then he looks at my wife and says, shut your mouth, woman. Don't talk to me like that. If I say we be taking care of business on the edge of the galaxy, we be taking care of business on the edge of the galaxy. That's when I woke up. Cold sweat is running off me. There's my wife. She's snoring, farting in that charming way of hers. And I go, oh, shit. Us white people are going to start paying a lot of dues. They don't run the Earth. They run the galaxy. That's it. That's a dream.